Hello everybody, this will be a short video today because I've been using my voice a lot this week. But I want to show you this because it really rubbed me the wrong way. And because I have such mad respect for this guy. By the way, this was actually a new docu-series that just got released. I was actually up a little bit later than I normally am watching the series. I watched 3 of them. There's one more left to watch as of right now, and then the 5th one's coming out sometime later this week, and I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be kind of similar to The Magic Pill, where it just talks about, you know, the importance of low carb and how it affected each and every different family, and you get to see the differences in the families, and just it's more talking about, it's more like how his normal conferences go. But anyway, so Ken was actually the guy that inspired me to go keto, and he's the first guy you're going to see here. So let's just get into what he says, and I'll try and explain a little bit more as to what happened that caused this. Here we go.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Yes, it was
All right.
amazing.
Maria and I go back a long way. I love Maria like a sister, and that's not the first time we've ever butted heads, and it probably won't be the last. We're both very passionate in what we do, and we believe strongly in what we're doing. We don't agree on everything, and I think that's fine. I think that's healthy for the community, for there to be alternate theories and hypotheses. I try not to ever let it get to me. I try not to get emotional, but some people have more problem with that than others.
Yeah. So what happened was, he was explaining how fat doesn't move your insulin, how protein moves it a little bit, and then how that's what he says in his videos and stuff, right? Fat doesn't move your insulin at all. Protein moves it a little bit, or maybe fat does move it, but just barely. Protein moves it a little bit more, and then, as you know, carbs spikes it really high. Now, I think what Maria was trying to explain, and I think I know, okay, I don't really watch Maria mainly because I'm not into like recipe channels so much. I'm more into like, you know, educational channels. So Maria, it's not that I don't like her, but I don't like this mentality that she takes on here. You're going to hear what she says. I think what she was trying to say was, if you're trying to lose weight and you're really, really overweight, and I don't really even see, but like, your weight might go down a whole heck of a lot. Like, it wouldn't go down as fast as it probably could if you don't eat fat versus if you do. Because fat it's not that it makes you fat, but it can store on your body, and you're going to need to burn that off first. So you're going to end up keeping, that's what Dr. Berry has said. She has a different approach. She thinks that the fat alone, if you were to just eat like a stick of butter, for example, it will spike your insulin somehow. That's not exactly, I don't think that's exactly what happens. But here's what she said to him.
Yeah, I showed him the video. I said,
Said about him, rather.
you said you didn't know what this was. And I showed him the video, and he's like, no, I didn't say I didn't know what it was. I said there was no medical research about that. And it's like, there is absolutely a lot of research about it. So, I don't know. I just think he wants to be the big fish, make sure that I kept in my place, but I know.
You see that there. I hate that. I hate when somebody bashes somebody I have mad respect for. Now, I'm not gonna bash Maria, but I'm going to bash this mentality. This is awful. You do not talk about someone. If you have mad respect for somebody, you don't talk about someone like that. You don't say that about somebody. And Dr. Barry he can keep his, language, he can keep himself together, and I don't like this mentality at all. Now, is there anything I don't agree with when it comes to Dr. Barry? So far, no. No. I don't agree with fat making you fat in any way. I can agree to some extent that maybe the fat that you take in, you'll have to burn off first if you take in a certain amount. Yeah. But do I agree that it spikes insulin and all that? No. No. I don't agree with that at all. Now, butter, for some people, probably could make you gain a little weight because butter is dairy. Dairy has carbs, a little bit. Well, butter has a little bit, I meant to say. Dairy does have carbs. Do not get me wrong about that. That's why I quit eating things with milk and cream on a daily basis. Like my yogurt that I go through that fast. But I think I'm going to stop it too because I've been using it to try and gain weight, but I'm not gaining weight, y'all. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, I didn't let her really fully finish, but
I know my place, and I'm doing a very good job in it.
He wants to be the big biche and wants to try and act like he's put me in my place, but I think I know my place in it. Are you hearing this? Guys, if you had mad respect for somebody, I wouldn't even talk like that about what's his name? Stephen Gundry. Because he's okay with you eating meat. Now, vegans I might. Maybe Frank Tufano I might, because Frank Tufano wants everybody eating his way. He wants everybody eating his way. So I might talk a little bit more smack like that about Frank. This rubbed me so badly the wrong way. And it just, I can't, if you respected somebody, you wouldn't use that kind of, I don't think you'd use that kind of language around them. If, let's say Dr. Barry said something like, oh, don't avoid fructose completely because at least once a month you need that to blah, 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 blah. Would I say, well, he just wants to be the big biche? No, because he is all about eating meat, right? And now, if he was saying everybody should do that, then I might be a little bit like, I don't know. But he doesn't say that kind of stuff. He says stuff like, for some people and for a select few, and this could happen or this might happen if you blah, blah, blah. You have to try them for yourself, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like maybe Maria thinks that she is, the only reason she's so confident in this is because it's because she wanted to lose weight faster than most people were. And so she feels that if she adds too much fat, she's going to keep the fat that she's trying to burn off on. And that's what Dr. Barry has said. Like, he has said, you take in enough butter in your coffee and you're overweight, you have to burn that fat first. But that's nothing to do with insulin. That's the thing. It's nothing to do with insulin. And I think that's what Dr. Barry has tried to say. This is, I would never say that stuff about Dr. Barry because I have so much respect for him. He doesn't want everybody to eat carnivore, neither do I. I don't want everybody to eat carnivore, but I don't like when people eat low fat because it just seems like, I don't know. I do think Maria needs some fat for her brain and to calm down. Take a breath. Fat is not bad because I find there's a time and place to have certain emotions, right? And I don't know. If I was with vegans and someone had said, but you need to eat veggies, like if it was a vegan conference and I was the only carnivore there, and one of the big beef vegans was like, you need to eat veggies though, especially beets 3 times a day because beets are the best carb source, blah 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 blah. Now I don't mind beets. I don't mind them. But I wouldn't do that anymore. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I definitely take on that attitude of she just wants to be the big beesh, and because it's usually the women in the vegan space, or sometimes Dr. McDougall. Let's say Dr. McDougall. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you saw that notification, but let's say, what's his name? Dr. McDougall said, well, you need to eat beets because beets. Wait, that's the wrong place. That's Dr. Greger. Let's say Dr. McDougall was like, you need to eat beets because beets contain a lot of it is the special compound that you need to make collagen without having to eat a bunch of fruit. You can still eat your starches and get the quality blah 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 for making collagen. And Dr. McDougall and who's the other big vegan? I don't. Now, if I had a big vegan, I think there's a few vegan women out there as well that are supposedly doctors. If I said, then I would say stuff like that. I'd say like he just wants to be the big beesh, show who's right, but I think I'm right here. I don't like the mentality of I'm right and you're wrong. That's when it gets to me, I think. I just hate that mentality. And that's what Frank Tufano, that's what all these vegans are doing. This is how you do it. You have to do it my way to see the best results. I just, no, because everyone's different, and I don't see the harm in cutting back a little bit with fat, but you don't want to cut all the fat out, because all the fat being cut out, that will drop your energy down. That will make you won't feel good. So this is no disrespect for either of these people, but I just don't like that mentality. So guys, stop taking this mentality of I'm right and you're wrong. This is how you have to do it. I think maybe moderate fat is best for maybe really extreme overweight people. Moderate fat at best, but you have to gauge your energy levels too. If you're still feeling tired and if you're still having problems with your bowels, then you might need to up the fat despite it. And you're gonna lose weight. It just takes time, right? And I think lose fat in particular. That's what Maria is. I don't know, she thinks I don't like that. I think I'm right and I think he's wrong. I think that opinions are opinions, right? You can agree to disagree, but you can't take that I'm right, you're wrong. That's not how this works. It's not how that works. What we can all agree on is we're all carnivores here. We're carnivores. And that's the best diet for humanity. We all know that. We all know that. That's fact. Okay? That's fact. Fact. The vegan diet, long term, is dangerous. Okay? That's a fact. We all know that. What an opinion is fat will make you fatter. That's an opinion. Doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't make it true. In fact, I think fat just, it's for energy, right? You need that energy. And I don't know. Maybe moderate fat might work better for you. But it just seems that like you can't cut the fat out completely. That I don't agree with cutting, like having no fat. And I know that she doesn't have no fat either. She eats fat because one of her recipes she showed in this docuseries. But this is, I don't agree with the you're wrong and I'm right. That's not how opinions work. Okay? You're not right, but you're not wrong either. Okay? Because that's how you feel about it. It's not about your feelings in this case, though. It's about the mechanics, the biology. And I want to defend him. I guess I feel defensive because he's what helped me stumble onto keto. It wasn't it wasn't Sean Baker. It wasn't Paul. It wasn't Paul Saladino. It wasn't Maria Emmerich. It was Dr. Barry. He introduced me to these other people. He introduced me to Jason Fung. He introduced me to Thomas DeLauer. He introduced me to, which by the way, he's gone completely off the rails. I might actually react to one of his things. He introduced me to, what's his name? Ivor Cummins, but that wasn't the one I was thinking. He did introduce me to Paul Mason, I think. Or maybe I found that... There's a few people I found on my own, but I think. I don't remember everybody that he actually introduced me to. I don't remember all their names right off. So hearing somebody talk about this person in this way, and I had mad respect for this man, and I still do. I have mad respect for anyone who's carnivore, to be honest. You're already, but this just rubbed me the complete wrong way, and I'm just not okay with this mentality of you're right, this is the right way to talk about it, and I'm fine, you're right and I'm wrong, this is fine, we'll do it your way, right? This is like, now he will agree to disagree, and she's got that mentality of you're right or you're wrong, I'm right, so suck it sort of mentality. And I don't like that because it's not about how you feel when it comes to the discussion of carnivore in general. It's about how you feel within yourself. If you feel that you don't need to eat as much fat as most people, then don't. But don't go telling everybody, right? Don't go telling the fat people to eat less fat. Because it doesn't always... Because energy-wise, they might not be feeling very good, okay? And, and you're missing out on a lot of fat-soluble vitamins otherwise. Okay, you need the fat. So what I would suggest for people out there that are fat, that, have a lot of fat, that want to lose fat, and I'm not saying that to be insulting, by the way. Stop, just don't eat butter, cut the butter out, and just use tallow. If you really want to use dairy, then, I don't know, maybe use a little cheese here and there, but just watch it maybe. If you really want to use, fat, I would suggest maybe using tallow. Lard can be fattening, I think, because of the fatty acid profile. That is my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm not saying I'm wrong either. This is where we differ. I'm not butthurt over. I'm just butthurt that people sometimes take it, to the extreme of you're wrong and I'm right. And I never say that I'm right or wrong in terms of what I think could work better. I make suggestions like if you're overweight and want to lose weight but still eat fat because you're feeling really tired and you can't figure out why, eat, like, cut out the you might be one of those rares that are sensitive to butter. You might have to cut out the butter. So try lard or tallow. Tallow might be better. I'm not saying, see where I'm different, right? I'm not saying I'm right and I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not gonna yell at somebody for saying, no, you can't eat any fat if you're fat because the fat doesn't get burned off. That's how you feel about it. Okay? That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Maybe that's true. I don't know. I don't know. But n equals 1, as Dr. Berry says, and that's why I have so much mad respect for him. Right? I don't like this mentality, oh, if you need to lose weight, this is what you have to do. Because some people might need to lose weight, but can't limit the fat, can't limit this, can't limit that, because they're going to feel like crap. So please, guys, stop making it a game of, I'm right, you're wrong, and let's start making it a game of, this is how I feel about it. Maybe some people feel differently. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.